Our war on British tyranny begins tonight. In Boston, brave men fight for the right to govern themselves. Tonight, we fight for freedom. As I bear witness to the sacrifice of this generation, I take great comfort in the memory of our forefathers. Those pioneering men who traveled to these shores seeking a new life. Like the intrepid Captain John Smith and his fellow settlers, we too seek a new world. Not only for ourselves, but for future generations of Americans. As I look back on their endeavors, at the unknown dangers that awaited the pioneers over every rise and behind every tree, I am reminded that I play but a small part in a much greater story.
Ready yourselves, men! Fire! Stay behind cover, men!
I guess we are going to be playing Empire Total War. That's a game I've been looking at for quite a while.
Again. Steady!
And it is
Hold the line!
a little bit different than some of the other games I've played. It is real-time strategy. So I'll let it play some real-time strategy. This is all military base.
Marking targets.
And we are currently on the road to Independence. And as you can see, we start off with the 1600s.
Watch the trees, man!
And we are battling the Iroquois, or no. Oh, Hotten, or how do you say that?
On the
Indians.
right.
And we are fighting quite a bit, and they are routing every now and then. We are basically just taking on waves and waves of reinforcements here.
Retreat! Shoulder strength. Marking targets.
But this game, you can pretty much micromanage any battle we have. Come through here, you have units that'll lose morale and run away if they take too many casualties. Stuff like that. Oh, we got some coming in behind us.
Moving out! Marking targets. Hold back. Fire! Immediately!
And as you can see with what just happened, they can come in behind you or flank you and all this other stuff as well, if you're not careful. And you have to counter that. And you can have massive battles take place, thousands of people in your army. And since this is fairly early, we don't have that right now. We just have a handful of guys.
Orders understood.
So we are just going to come in here and reinforce these guys over here on the right.
Show them our strength. Yes, sir.
And it looks like they're all rallying, actually. Yep, we've won that battle. They've all routed. And we can go on to the campaign. And we've only lost 12 in that battle. We killed 89. But so they lost 95, so I'm not sure there. But we had 105 on the battle. We went up against 200 almost, and we won pretty decisively. So we are going to go ahead and exit this battle and kind of go from there. And in the campaign, you'll have stuff like this. It's more story based, and you'll have random battles that you can jump into and stuff as well.
There have been hardships, irreplaceable losses, brothers, fathers, sons lost to war, famine, and disease. And yet our forefathers endured, refusing to give up on the one thing they all believed in so fervently: freedom. Those brave men built a future from an inhospitable land, taming it and making it their own. But the wild land was not the only threat. The natives were a constant menace, lurking at their borders, always ready for battle. It became obvious that until borders were clearly established, peace would continue to be elusive.
You must lead the early settlers to establish Jamestown as a safe and prosperous settlement in this dangerous new world. From time to time, the British government will issue various missions to perform. As you complete these missions, the wealth and security of Jamestown will improve, and your influence throughout the whole of the new world will expand. Having survived the immediate threat posed by the native tribes, your settlers have already gained valuable combat experience.
So we need to build desert
A
farms.
message box will inform you when this building has been... There is often a choice of building types to construct in a resource slot. You can only follow one of these building chains. Once you have constructed the base building...
Alright, so we've built the farm. And our next mission is to build a fishery. And that'll take 2 turns, and we can build either tobacco or a cod, and we'll deal with tobacco.
This is Jamestown, the capital of the region of Virginia. The review panel at the bottom of the screen. You have entered a unit into the recruitment queue. A message box will inform you when this unit is ready to use.
And we're going to try to build up our army as well.
Oh, you have successfully built a peasant farm and local fishery in the Jamestown region. Jamestown should now grow and prosper, so it's time to deal with the threat from local native tribes. Your next compulsory mission is to capture the village of Werowocomoco deep into unknown territory to the northeast.
Alright, so there's Werowocomoco. And we'll have to capture that. To get anywhere else in the campaign here. But we can also send these guys out to join his army.
By the left, march! Ready and waiting for orders.
And they'll strengthen the army as a whole. And we can go ahead and get some more guys building up. So we have our queue full of guys that we're waiting to join our army. Come to come up here. And actually, you know, we're going to go ahead and get the army headed that way.
Highlighted area represents the...
Waiting for orders.
And our army's going to stay right about there while we wait on
New units.
the rest of our army to come in.
Anything more? Ready and waiting for orders. By the left, march!
And we're going to go ahead and
Majesty.
start sending these guys these way.
Waiting for orders. Ready for orders. Home line for battle. Prepare for battle. Prepare for war.
Alright, now these guys have 680 at their disposal. We have 1120. So we're going to go ahead and go on the attack. And there are times in this game where you can do this and you'll be vastly outnumbered. Or, you know, you have a really big military and then you have another close by, you can use that.
Where the enemy are concentrated, prepare a defensive line. Where they are strong, avoid them. Attack where they are unprepared.
You can have another army in the close by for reinforcements, because you can only field, I believe, 20 units at a time, and then if you lose a unit or two, those other units from your reinforcements will come in and fill in the spots. Or go ahead and end the deployment.
The withdraw button in the bottom right of the screen orders selected units to retreat from the field in an orderly manner. Withdraw if you want to save a unit to fight another day. To cancel the order, simply give the withdrawing unit another order, or click on the withdraw button again.
Alright, so we have these guys moving in towards us. And then we have these guys that look like they're going to try to either fall back or flank to our right. I'm not sure what their plan is just yet. I'm going to go ahead and send them this way just in case, though. I'll send this unit over to the right as well. Or left, rather. And we want them to hurry up and get there, so they're protecting that flank. Now we're going to turn them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Enemy cavalry are readying an attack on the flanks of your already engaged infantrymen. Either pull them back or commit other troops in support.
Break off attack.
Alright, so these guys are going to run down those guys. And keep fighting them. That unit's moving into position. These guys are all still running. They're part of pushing it here. So these guys are routing. They're not going to be a real problem for us anymore. And these guys are kind of coming back to where they were. So what we can do is start moving some units forward.
Infantry. Moving out. Yes, sir.
And we want to keep some guys up here on the high ground. Alright, and here we have our hostiles. They're just kind of lined up and they're waiting for us. And we can start seeing our guys coming in right there in the background. These are all tribesmen. And they're going to be somewhat encouraged because they have other units nearby them. Right there. So they're going to be in the fight a little bit longer than that last one was, as they're just by themselves.
General, stop. Immediately.
Alright, so we got all these guys moving up. And then once we get them in position, I can kind of see what our next move we want to make is. And really, I'm not going to try and move them too much closer. I just want to see if I can encircle them a little bit. Or if they're going to start moving. Tim, we're seeing our guys up there on the high ground. Now this other unit moving in, we got this unit moving
fire
in.
from enemy artillery, there will be fewer casualties if you position your men where they can gain some shelter. Examples of this dead ground.
Oh, they got their guys moving in. And they're going to be attacking these guys here. It's like, oh, nope, they're attacking across the line.
General, stop. Following orders.
Move another unit up to support these guys.
Moving out. Come on. Following orders.
And these guys are routing already. Because their flanks are exposed. And so these guys are going to try to come around the flank here, but we have that flank covered. And we're going to send a couple units further down. See if we can flank them in response to them trying to flank us. And see, we really didn't inflict that many casualties and they were still running. And they've only lost about 36 so far.
Kill the enemy.
Alright, now they're starting to be a little concerned about their casualties. Another thing I like about this game is you can actually still see the bodies laying around. So if we end up with a complete massacre, you'll have the whole field literally full of bodies. Alright, these guys stopped running. Looks like, yeah, they stopped running. They're over there on the left.
Moving out. Yes, right away. Yes, sir. Following orders. Yes, sir. General, stop.
So here's what I was kind of wanting to do. I was kind of wanting to encircle them a little bit, so they only have this direction over here to the left they can run. And hopefully I can keep encircling these guys, because if I can, we can kind of prevent them from running off. Alright, now these guys took a lot more casualties. They're down to about half their strength. And we're just going to keep moving our units in closer on them. And now these guys are going to start fighting back. Oh, we have this unit moving in behind them. And they have reinforcements coming to help them. And what we're going to try to do is try to intercept these guys running. I don't know if it's going to work out or not. They're already starting to turn to their left a little bit to avoid us. And those guys that had ran had actually stopped routing over there. So we're still not completely done with the battle here. Those guys that we tried to encircle did end up breaking, except they ran over to the left.
Infantry!
And these guys are routing again.
Yes, sir!
So we're going to break off that pursuit. We're going to come over here. Kind of look for these guys over here. And now these guys are going to be leaving the battle. Because they're down to 42 of 160. So they actually suffered pretty heavy casualties on that unit there.
Following orders.
So we're going to have our flanks covered here against this unit. We're going to be having these guys focus on this unit. You see, I'm taking some casualties with these units, but not as heavy as the other people are taking.
Yes, sir.
We're going to shift their line over.
Sir.
And we're going to start bringing our reserves forward.
Militia. Yes, sir. Colonial militia. Moving out. Come on. Right away, sir. Militia. Moving out. Come on. General staff, sir. Militia. Yes, sir.
And these guys are starting to lose their resolve a little bit. So they're starting to take even more casualties now. This unit keeps moving further back.
Militia. Moving out. Come on.
Alright, these guys are running now. They're down to 130 less than what they had starting off.
Sir. Following orders. Infantry.
We're going to send a unit out after them, just in case they decide they're going to turn back, but I don't think they are. They're still pretty intent on running. Yep, they're leaving the field. And these guys are going some after this unit here.
Colonial militia. Yes, sir. Militia. Right away, sir. Right away, sir.
And this is just turning into a general melee here.
Following orders. Attack! Militia. Right away, sir.
And that was a pretty quick round on that unit there. We've won the battle. We can end it now, or we can continue to run down the enemy routing. Really, it's unless you got units blocking their retreat, it's kind of hard to catch up to them. So we're just gonna go ahead and end the battle there, and we won that with a heroic victory. Alright, so we only lost 90 and we killed 680 enemies. That's a pretty good battle. Now we started off with 1,000. So we're down to 1,030. Because we had 1120 when we first started. But that's really about all I had time for this episode, guys. I hope you like what you see, and I'll try to do some more.
When attacking a fort or city, a general can demand that the defenders surrender with the honors of war. If accepted, they will be allowed to leave unmolested, turning the fortifications over without a shot. Oh, you have successfully captured the village of Werawakamoko and are well on the way to reducing the threat to Jamestown. The condition of victory for completing this episode is to capture the village of Shakamax.
Alright, as I was saying, guys, that's going to be about all I had time for this episode. I hope you like what you saw. I'm going to try and have some more later on. And, if you want to see some screenshots of anything I do in my videos, or if I'm just on, just have some fun for myself, feel free to check out my Discord. I'll have the link in the description below. And this is a kind of fun game to get into. As you can see, the level detail to it, with how you can move your units around and actually get right down into the battle and see how things go there. It does have single playthrough battles and scenario battles, stuff like that, so I may touch up on some of those as well. And we may do some of the other campaigns too. It just depends. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.